Hello, and thank you for partnering with the Wichita State University Molecular Diagnostics Laboratory. In this training, we will be reviewing the collection process for saliva samples and how to return the specimen to our lab. Before collecting a sample, make sure you have saved the order in our Test Directly portal, verified the barcode on the specimen tube, and confirmed the patient ID. Verbal consent must be obtained by all patients, and a copy of these forms is available on our website. Our lab is still processing saliva testing from all partners, as well as swab testing from healthcare facilities. All collection instructions are also available on our website. The instructions for our swab testing is linked below and will be emailed to our healthcare partners. The required PPE for the collector is a mask and gloves. It is helpful to have sanitizer or soap and water on hand for the patient and collector to clean their hands before and after testing. A wipe can be used to clean the outside of the sample tube, as long as it does not damage the barcode. You will also need a biohazard bag and a rigid container for the specimen after testing. Again, please verify the barcode being used by the patient matches the barcode in their order. For saliva testing, the patient should have nothing to eat or drink 30 minutes prior to the test. This includes food and drink, chewing gum, smoking, and brushing teeth. Any of these can cause an indeterminate result, which would mean the patient needs to test again. After saving the test requisition and verifying consent, the collector will need to provide the patient with the specimen tube and biohazard bag. The patient will pull saliva in their mouth. To help with forming enough saliva, recommend that patients think of the last food they ate, something sour, or move their tongue around. They should not cough, sniff, or spit. The patient should expel the saliva into the specimen tube until it has filled the 1 milliliter mark. It is important to produce enough saliva because bubbles do not count and cannot be tested. The patient should replace and secure the lid, wiping the outside of the sample as needed and placing it into the biohazard bag and sealing. The bag should then be placed into a sturdy container with a biohazard label. The patient should clean their hands after providing the sample. The ideal sample should be clear to white in color with very few bubbles. A yellow, brown, or thick sample typically represents contamination. The test results will likely be indeterminate. It would be best to properly dispose and recollect. If a sample needs disposed of, you may bring it to the lab for proper disposal. Do not throw it in the trash. If a sample is disposed of after the test requisition has been released to the lab, please notify us. When the patient retests, you will need to start a new order along with a new barcode. It is preferred for samples to arrive at the lab as soon as possible. If it will take longer than 72 hours for the sample to arrive, it is okay to be kept in a refrigerator that does not contain food or drink. These tests are considered Category B infectious substances, which means they need handled as if they can transmit a disease to you. All samples must be triple packaged, which includes the specimen tube, the biohazard bag, and a rigid container with the biohazard label. For local drop-off, you can deliver them directly to the lab. You should carry the rigid container and can then deposit them at our intake window. We have changed our process where you do not need to verbally confirm your client code and number of specimens. We will be able to scan the barcode and confirm the test has been released to our lab. If there seems to be missing samples, MDL will reach out to the main contact. For clients who are out of town, we are still accepting samples via FedEx. A packing slip is no longer necessary. Just like the local drop-off, we will scan the specimens in our lab and be able to match them up with any released test requisitions. If there are any questions, MDL will reach out to the main contact. Results will be available within 24 hours of MDL receiving the specimen. Clients with admin access should be able to view these within our Test Directly portal. Patients will receive an email and/or text message. If there are any questions about results, please contact us. Thank you again for partnering with MDL. Please check our website for updated hours and reach out to us if you have any questions. We are always happy to help.